Hey, everybody, welcome to the 88 Crime and Tucson Police Department Collaborative Cold Case Files podcast. Anyone with information is urged to contact 88 Crime. Tipsters remain anonymous. You can call 520-882-7463, or you can go to the P3 Tips app. It's a mobile app available for Androids and iPhone products. Data charges may apply, or you can visit 88crime.org. Today, I am joined by Detective Steve Acevedo with the Tucson Police Department, and Mr. Varela is here as well. He is the victim's father, and we're going to get into talking about this case right now, Steve. So tell us when this happened and what area of town it happened in.
Sure. This goes back about 17 years ago, back in 2008, specifically February 3rd, which at that time was an early Sunday morning, just after midnight or so, in the area of what's known as the Old Pascua Village, in the area of Fairview and Grant, in the neighborhood just south of there, along the 800 block of West Calle Matus. This incident itself was a shooting incident that had occurred from, again, Saturday night into a Sunday morning. In this instance, roughly at about 12:40 in Sunday morning, officers responded to the area of West Calle Matus regarding a shooting incident, at which time they found a 15-year-old Ricardo Varela shot with gunshot trauma. He was transported to Banner University, where he succumbed to his wounds. And this incident itself was unique in a variety of ways, in that Ricardo was not the unintended intended victim. This was not a drive-by shooting per se, where the residence in which Ricardo was at was a location that was causing problems, or there was, better yet, any kind of justified reason for the shooting to occur. There had been a house party in the neighborhood. Several party goers from that party had begun to leave, and as a result of that, gunfire came from a either white or light-colored truck or SUV.
In pertaining to this case, I have notes that 88 Crime has, the reward money it sits at $5,000 for this case.
That is correct.
For information on that, leading to an arrest.
And that is
up to.
That is correct. Recently, this spring, a private donor had increased the reward. Myself and my partner first, of course, were made aware of the investigation itself, being assigned to the cold case homicide unit. And in September of 2022, I'd met Mr. Varela, who was very involved in bringing about awareness through a community organization that he has founded in Ricardo's honor. And I'll let him talk a little bit about that. But in our efforts are to try to garner additional attention and bring about a resolution to Mr. Varela regarding the death of his son.
And for that, can we repeat the time frame again in the area, just so the viewers and listeners have another picture of that?
Sure. This, again, incident occurred in the area of Fairview and Grant from a Saturday night into a Sunday morning, specifically Sunday, February 3rd of 2008.
2008. And we were talking about Mr. Varela and some of the groups he's founded in honor of his son. And I think it'd be really cool for Mr. Varela to talk about that and share that information with us, and then kind of explain the why. What's it? What's the objective of it? What's empowered you to do that?
Yeah. So after this happened, we tried, me and my family, and my kids were struggling a lot because obviously we missed Ricardo, and this would happen to him. We didn't understand what was going on, so we tried to keep involved with the community with homicide survivors. We'd attend their events. We would help out. We'd help out at our church. And 4 years ago, I met this group. I'm a 49er fan, so I met this group there called the O Pueblo Faithfuls, and met up with them. And they wanted to do community service. They're not just like a fan group that just watches football. They like to get involved. They wanted to get involved with the community. So me and my daughter, we talked about it, and my daughter was real close to Ricardo. Her and Ricardo they went to school together and that. And so when this happened, it bothered, it hurt her a lot. She didn't want to graduate. She didn't want to do anything. Finally, homicide survivors talked her into it. We talked her into it. She graduated. She started living life, without her brother. And then she had her son, her first son, my grandson, which was awesome, because after that it changed my way of living. It made me a little bit something to live for, something to keep on going, something to keep on fighting for. So she named her son Ricardo after her brother. And so her son, my grandson, he has autism. He has autism. So we met up with this group, and they wanted to do community service and that. So first of all, she says we should do a backpack giveaway in Ricardo's memory. So we said, yeah, okay, let's do that. So we invited the homicide survivor organization to invite their kids. We invited the Intermountain School. It's a school that's for autism and special needs, and we invited them, and we did the backpack giveaway, and it turned out awesome, and made me feel real good. It's just I felt Ricardo's presence at this event, so we're like, oh, let's keep doing this, so with O Pueblo Faithful, they backed us up a lot. They helped us out a lot, and everything we do, is we do car washes, we do raffles, we get everything out of pocket, so O Pueblo Faithfuls, they helped us out a lot. And so after that we did a trunk or treat. The trunk or treat, I got a hold of Detective Acero, and he hooked me up with Margot. We got some officers out there, so we got TPD involved in our events. We got other little organizations involved in our events. Peter Piper's, EG's. Different organizations that help us out on our events. And so this trunk or treat, it was like it helps out a lot of the kids with autism, and a lot of kids that have been through where one of their loved ones getting killed, because when this happened to Ricardo, my kids were scared to go out, because they didn't know who killed their brother. They didn't know. They were just like, they couldn't be out in the crowd, because it was just so traumatizing to them that they were like wondering, like, who did this to them? Are they after us? Or things would go through their head, and me and my wife didn't know how to explain it to them, because this happened to their brother, and it's just like you can't explain it. You can't say somebody took your brother's life just to take your brother's life, because there's no reason out of it. You know what I'm saying? So after when we started doing these events, my daughter started saying, well, we should keep on doing them, because we have kids out there that don't do trick or treats, that don't go to backpack giveaways, that don't do these events because they're traumatized of going out somewhere, And then with her, she has 3 kids with autism now. So if the trunk or treat came out where I went with her one year to go trick or treating, and every house we would go to, they would ask my grandson, okay, Chase, trick or treat, but he's nonverbal, so these people don't know, and nobody knows what's going on with him. But my daughter would always have to explain, like, oh, he's nonverbal, like that. So it got kind of frustrating for her, like, not frustrating at the people, just frustrating that she had to explain, all the time. So it got kind of like, how do you say it? She was kind of like, not embarrassed, but like she's seen everybody else, all the other kids, moving along. So when we get to the door, we have to wait, and everybody look at us, wait for us, So it's I can't explain her feeling, but to me it was kind of like, man, it's kind of sad, But so we figured that she stopped going trick or treating. So when this came up, the trunk or treat, when we met the old Pueblo, I told them, hey, let's have a trunk or treat too. They say, yeah, let's do it. So we started off with 10 cars. Now it's we're last year we were up to like 20 cars. 20 cars. So it's just getting bigger and bigger. The TPD Margot and Detective Settle, they back us up. They back me up a lot. And I appreciate them. It's just a blessing to meet them. And I always tell them it's a blessing to meet you guys, because 4 years before all this, we were like in the darkness. We were just like, we felt like we didn't exist, because we're just like, it's an unexplainable feeling. But we started doing that, and it's just every event that we have is, I have to go walk and step aside and take it in, because I feel Ricardo's presence, and it's just like, it makes me feel better. You know what I mean? I miss him more. But it's something that he would do, because he loved helping. He loved helping kids. He loved making friends. Everywhere we went to, he always made a friend. He would always open the door for the elderly. He would open the door for the handicapped. He was just outgoing all the time. So all these events that we do, and with the Old Pueblo Faithful, has just been helping us. So we started our own organization. It's called Ricardo's Lasting Impact. We started that, and we're incorporating it with the Old Pueblo Faithfuls. We're gonna keep doing it, and with Ricardo's Lasting Impact, I started a Breathing Fathers group, where me and some survivor dads, we meet up at the Goodwill Center. They lend us a room. We meet up there, and we just talk about our what's going on within that month of us. Because being a dad, it's hard. It's hard to express your feelings in front of your parent, in front of your family. You know what I mean? It's hard to express. You go to counseling with your wife, and you hear all these wives, letting out. But a dad, it's just not comfortable. You're not comfortable letting out in front of women, in front of your kids, So us dads, we get together and we talk, and there's tears. There's a lot of it. We all walk out of there feeling good, So that's where I'm at with the event, and that's why I do it in Ricardo's memory. And then we're gonna August 9th, we'll be having a backpack giveaway at Intermountain School, and it's open to everybody, and they can show up. I can give you the flyer. Yeah. So so these events, they help out the soul. So they make me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
On it.
It's a lasting impact in a lot of good ways.
Yeah.
Mr. Varela, that's inspiring.
Thank you, sir.
With these podcasts, we're doing these so the community can hear and remember a lot of things. And we do it in hopes and that the right ears or the right eyes are going to see and hear what needs to be heard.
Right.
And I would ask you, talking to the community, to explain why it's important to provide some information and what it would do for you and your family.
It's important to provide information because the person or persons who are still out there, and they're still dangerous because of what they took my son's life. And I know for a fact these people weren't aiming for my son. They weren't. He was just a how would I explain it? He was just something. It was just a mistake. It was somewhere so he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I know for a fact that these people don't know him. And there was probably people know. People are already these individuals. They grew up already. They're adults already. They got kids. And I know they love their kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, just say something. Say who. If you know something, say something, because this is not a good feeling. And I would not put it on any of them. The feeling that you get of losing your son. It's not. I wouldn't put it on my worst enemy. And it's just it's and for you to if you come up and say something, it brings relief to me and my family that this person is going to pay for what they did. You know what I mean? We know that it's not going to bring our son back, but at least this person will pay for what they did. At least you clear your conscience on it, and just, it's just, we need to start talking, because it happens a lot. It's not only Ricardo. It's other families. It's other, and with nobody talking, it's just these people grow up and they don't get disciplined, so they pass it on. They pass it on to other kids, and it just keeps the circle just keeps going in a circle. There's nobody's there to break that circle, to just take care of this, let's get the person that did this, and that's the way other people there can see consequences, that you can't get away with it, and it's hard. And to me and my family, it'd be like it would be a relief. It would be a real big relief that this person got caught. And to me, I'm curious. I'm just wondering, who could have did this? Why did they do it? Just questions that need to be answered. And I know there's more than one person out there that knows what happened. And it's just, and there's years. 17 years already passed. It's already time to say, what, I'm an adult. I gotta take care of what I gotta take care of. And you'll rest more comfortable. Because I'm pretty sure people have sleepless nights, and especially when they see my son on the news or something, it's just it brings back memories. If those memories come back, go say something. Come call 88 Crime, let them know. You don't have to give your name. You don't have to give anything. Just give me and my family justice. Just give Ricardo justice. Help me and my family move on. And it's just. I pray that something comes of this, something comes of anything that I do, because me and my family ain't gonna give up. We're gonna keep his name out there. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep him alive in the community. So, for somebody to come forward, it's a blessing, So yeah, so that's what I would like off of it.
Thank you for coming on and talking with us and sharing, Ricardo, and what you guys are doing in the community, and that statement right there. And it takes a lot to come on here and do that. And I recognize it, and the people here at the studio recognize it. And we want to thank you for coming to do that.
Thank you.
And we, 88 Crime and everybody involved, that's our mission, is to help with these cases. And anybody listening and watching, again, you can reach out to 88 Crime. It's anonymous. Steve, you got anything else you want to add on this?
No, just to, again, I think also recognize that the Bereaved Fathers group itself is something that's been in existence for a few months. It's obviously continuing to grow.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is an important piece. I think Mr. Varela recognizes that there are different modes of grief and survivorship that are important for both mothers and fathers, brothers, sisters, the extended family as well. And I would encourage anyone who has or would like more information, they can contact me at 791-4800 or 88 Crime, obviously, with information specific to the case, but I can put them in touch with Mr. Varela and his Bereaved Fathers group.
Thank you, Steve.
Discover the power of 88 Crime, where your anonymous tips are rewarded with cash.
When you call in anonymously with the tip, you are given a code. With the code and a password, you can walk into a bank and redeem your reward anonymously. If your anonymous tip results in a felony arrest, you can claim up to $2,500 cash reward.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. For more information, please visit 88crime.org or call 88 Crime.